Right now, in America, budget fights in Washington are no longer just about numbers on a page. They're about meals skipped and planes grounded. Today, we dig deep into two systems most of us take for granted: the food aid program that feeds 1 in 8 Americans, and the aviation network that carries millions across the skies. Both faltering, because the government can't decide how to keep moving. But before we go further, hit that like button if you want real analysis, not political theater. And subscribe to True Talk, because we break down what mainstream media won't touch. Let's dive in. The Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, known as SNAP, serves over 40 million Americans. That's roughly 1 in 8 people. The shutdown brought a harsh reality. Without federal funding, states were told they may not be able to issue November benefits at full value. In late October, the USDA warned that there may be insufficient funds to pay November benefits. Food banks began seeing long lines, families facing the choice: buy groceries now or pay bills later. Despite court orders forcing partial or full payments in some states, the uncertainty remains massive. Why this matters? SNAP isn't a luxury. For many, it's the difference between 2 meals or none. Each dollar in SNAP generates about $1.79 in economic activity. It's not charity, it's stimulus. Drop a comment below and let me know. Do you think food assistance should be protected even during budget fights? I want to hear your perspective. A disruption in payments ripples through fast food outlets, supermarkets, transportation, and local economies. The current situation: states like Minnesota issued full payments, only to be told by the USDA to undo them. Amid the shutdown, SNAP's fate has become something of a legal battlefield. Lawsuits, emergency memos, and states scrambling to fill gaps. So when Congress is stalling, it isn't just about government offices closing. It's about supermarket shelves emptying. Now switch gears to the skies. The Federal Aviation Administration oversees a network that transports millions daily. But here's what's happening. The FAA is already 3,500 air traffic controllers short, and that was before the shutdown. During the shutdown, controllers and TSA agents continue working without pay. Absenteeism and staffing trigger reports skyrocketed. One indicator: in the New York area, up to 80% absenteeism at controller facilities. The FAA announced plans to reduce flights by 10% in 40 major markets due to staffing shortfalls. Why this matters? Air traffic control is safety critical. When staff work without pay, fatigue rises, stress builds, and mistakes happen. Delay and cancellation aren't just inconveniences. They cost billions. Real-world impact. For example, a ground stop at Newark Liberty International Airport due to staffing issues averaged 40 minutes of delay. The travel industry estimates a shutdown could cost the sector $1 billion per week. So when lawmakers choose leverage, they're choosing to ground planes and strand passengers. So we have two major systems breaking down at the same time. Millions at risk of losing food support. An aviation system stretched to its limit. The common thread? Both rely on trust. Trust in government, in infrastructure, in the promise that the system works. When that trust falters, 3 things happen. First, people scramble for immediate survival: food, transport, income. Second, economies slow. Consumer spending dips. Tourism shrinks. Third, confidence erodes. Globally, investors ask, if the US government can't feed its people or fly their planes, what else might collapse? This situation isn't simply about who wins the budget fight. This is about what America becomes when the machinery pauses. When food banks fill, flights ground, paychecks skip. The question isn't, will they pass a bill? The question is, how much more can American families bear before the system breaks completely? This is True Talk. We don't chase headlines. We explore what happens when real lives meet political gridlock. If this analysis gave you clarity, smash that like button and share this video with someone who needs to understand what's really at stake. Subscribe and hit the bell, because next week, this may not be about debate anymore. It could be about collapse.